Hello, this is Miss Janet with JLS Success Central, and welcome to my channel. We're that channel that provides information that you can use to build your personal finances as well as build your credit scores. And speaking of credit scores, today's video is going to be about 10 ways to increase your credit scores. Now, most of these ways you probably already know about. Some of them you may not, or you just may not have bothered with using them, because it takes a little effort. You know what? It didn't happen overnight. It's not going to be overnight to get those scores where you want them. So let's get started. Number one, first thing, create a budget. You know me. If you've listened to any of my videos, that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about creating a budget, because in terms of raising your credit score, when you create a budget and stick with it, it helps you pay off your debt. It helps you pay off your debt. It helps you by letting you know what funds you have available to pay your debt and extra funds that you can use to pay it down more quickly. So create a budget and stick with it. I did a couple of videos on 2 ways to create a budget and stick with it. Volumes 1 and 2, go check them out. They're really user-friendly and they're excellent for beginners or people who are just tired of, not sticking with their budget and want a better way, okay? Now, in terms of tips on building your credit, this would be number 2. Set up an automatic bill payment. Nothing works better than that. You don't want something to slip through the cracks and you get 30-day payment. I did. It happened 2 years ago and it's still on my credit. And even though they say it's not an issue, every time I look at it, it has it says one derived, and it was 2 years ago, But that doesn't happen anymore because I have an automatic bill payment set up. You set it up, at least your minimum payment will be made. The minimum amount due will be made. If you want to pay more, make another payment, but at least you won't have any late pays. Number 3, pay down your balances. Did you know 35% of your credit score is based on your utilization, how much credit you're using right now? Yes, it is. 35%. That's the largest portion of your credit score. Well, what do? You pay it down. If your cards are maxed, pay them down. Focus on paying those cards down, at least down to 30%. 30% of the limit. Pay it down. You know what would be even better if you could get it down below 9%. Then you know what? You're going to go to a whole nother level, but at least 30% will it'll blow your score up. So just focus on, paying your bills down. And while you're paying them down, don't use the cards. Don't use the line of credit. Don't do that. Just pay it down, pay it down, pay it down. Okay? Use your debit card for if you need to purchase something, but don't use the credit cards. All right? And number 4, get a credit builder loan. I talk about this in a previous video, maybe a couple of them. Go check them out. Credit builder loans. Now, I don't know anything about Chime and companies like that, and I'm not going to throw shade on them. But what I focus on is encouraging people to build credit builder loans with financial institutions, banks, credit unions, in particular credit unions, because you can build a relationship with them that can go on for a lifetime. That credit builder loan, once you get it paid and you paid as agreed, not only will they report to all 3 credit reporting bureaus and help raise your scores, you are establishing a relationship with a credit union where you can get a car loan, another personal loan, or even a home loan. So check out my videos, and I have several credit unions that from time to time that I review, and check them out and give them a try. Okay. Now the next one is join an account as an authorized user with a family member. Now you don't want to be an authorized user on someone who maxes out their cards. But someone who is responsible with their credit, someone who doesn't use their credit to live, someone who uses their credit periodically. You want something with a low utilization score, like 10, 9, 8, that type of thing. Okay? So that's a good, and that will raise your scores. Yes, it will. I had an authorized user on my account, and it just made all the difference in the world when I was down in the low fives. It took me immediately up into the 600. And then from that point on, I had started getting primary credit of my own. And then now today I'm in my sevens, but only because I had that boost from an authorized user account. Okay? Now, number 6, dispute credit report errors. Now, I am not a credit report professional, so I can't tell you how to do that. But I know 1 in 5 credit reports have errors on them. So you want to make sure yours is not one that has errors. And if it does, you bring it to their attention and get it off of there. All right? All righty. So that was register with a credit booster company. There's Experian Boost, and then there's eCredible for TransUnion. Now, I know you turn your nose up at it, but look, why not get credit for what you've been paying for probably a year, 2, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, maybe even. You have credit history. So why not have it reported? It's, especially, of course, it has to be positive payment history. You have to be paying on time, but that can boost your scores. So check out Experian and eCredible Boost. Now I have a video on that, on eCredible, not Boost, eCredible for TransUnion. You might want to consider both, because Boost is for Experian, eCredible is for TransUnion. They don't report on each one, so you might as well do both of them. Get credit for what you've been paying. Okay. Now, the next one is keep old accounts open. Do not close old accounts. I had an account that was like about 3 years old. I closed it because it had cheap stuff. I got it when I first was, when I was in the fives and I was building my credit. It was one of those cheap store accounts. And I don't want this anymore. Bad move. Should have kept it, because I had payment history, and by now I have about 5 years payment history on that. So if you have a card that you're not using, or you don't really like if it's a store card or something like that, or it's just one of those cheap credit cards, one of those subprime credit cards that you want to get rid of, use it. Pay a subscription through it. Just keep it open. Keep it open. As you build your stronger primary credit, perhaps you can go back and look at it. But right now, keep it open. All right? All right. Now, the next one is number 9. Limit those inquiries. Limit your applications for credit cards and loans. Why are you applying? None of my business. But what I will tell you is it's important that you protect your credit. It's important that if you have to apply for something, apply with a company that has a pre-qual or a pre-approval offer available. And when you apply, you will get a soft pull, not a hard pull. Because if you just apply without a strategy, and this is a strategy that I'm sharing with you, only deal with companies that offer you a soft pull, that offer a pre-qual or a pre-approval. If you're online, request a pre-approval offer or inquire about it. And 9 chances out of 10, they will send it to you and you can apply right then and there. It'll pop up on your screen and you can apply right then and there. Okay? But watch those hard inquiries. Don't clutter up your credit with them. Okay? If it's a company that only does hard inquiries, move on down the road and find something, because there's always somebody that's doing the same thing that they're doing that offer, that can offer the high quality that you're looking for. Okay? So the last one is pay off your credit cards. Pay down your credit card balances every month. That's number one. That's for utilization. Again, you want to keep your utilization low, but it also helps you with the, you're paying all that interest and everything like that. I want to add one more thing. Be patient. It didn't take overnight to get here. It's not going to take overnight to fix this. This is Miss Janet with JLS Success Central. If you enjoy this type of content, press the like button and leave a comment. Let me know how these tips, or if you've used any, or if you have any tips, so I can share with my my followers. Okay. If you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. Please do so. I'll see you in a couple of days. Grace and peace. Miss Janet out.